Hey Canucks fans, would you be okay with both Alex Edler and Travis Hamonic returning to the team next season? I'm Canuck Clay. I'm founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, June the 12th. Subscribe for Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. So we're sitting here, we're waiting to hear about new contracts for Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes. We know that whatever number they sign to is going to kind of affect how much flexibility or non-flexibility the Canucks have during this offseason. And we hear Jim Benning talk about maybe being aggressive through trades, through buyouts, through free agency. But when all is said and done, there's not going to be a lot of money left to play with. And today I want to focus on the Canucks defense. We know that Quinn Hughes is coming back. We know that Jack Rathbone will likely get an opportunity to earn a top 6 spot. We know Schmidt and Myers are coming back. So that leaves 2 spots, and that's not even including Olli Juolevi. So there's talk about Alex Edler, UFA, coming back. There's talk about Travis Hamonic, UFA, coming back. So let's talk about each of these 2 players, and let's talk then about what the collective whole of the Canucks defense would look like with those 2 players back. Alex Edler, left side, longest serving veteran on this team, still in search of that 100th career goal. And you guys know, throughout the season, I was thinking, no, I think his time is done. Thank you for your service, Alex Edler. But you can't, you can't overstate how important he is in the locker room as a leader, as a trusted minute muncher for Travis Green. Yes, we can talk about how he's slowed down, how he takes lazy penalties because his feet don't move as well. But you never know. With Brad Shaw coming in and all of his experience working with defensemen, maybe Alex Edler gets rejuvenated and maybe he wants to come back for another season or 2. So let's presume that if he'd have to take a huge cut. You look at the UFA defenseman on Cap Friendly, and Alex Edler has the biggest salary cap hit at $6 million. So would he come back for $2 million? It seems like kind of a unrealistic, but maybe he will for that, for reduced minutes, a reduced role, and a chance to finish his career with the Vancouver Canucks. So that's Alex Edler on the left side. You know what he brings. He can play a lot of minutes. He's still a good competitor, not afraid to block shots. Sometimes plays too much goalie, and a great penalty. Well, not great penalty killer, but he uses up a lot of minutes on the penalty kill. Not the best on offense, not the best skater. Doesn't really get his shots through, but at least you're getting, what you're getting with Alex Edler. Then on the right side, there's Travis Hamonic. Signed a 1-year contract with us for basically a shade over $1 million, a third of what he made last season. And he has always said he wants to play in Western Canada because of family issues. He's already played for Calgary. He's played for Vancouver. He's from Winnipeg, so that could be an option. And I just don't see him going to Edmonton. He doesn't seem like an Edmonton Oilers type guy for whatever reason. I would love for Travis Hamonic to come back. I know he had a rough start to the season, but once he settled down his play in the middle of February, once he came back from that injury, I think it was a rib injury at the end of February, throughout March, the Canucks defense was a lot better, in large part due to Travis Hamonic's improved play. Hamonic then settled Quinn Hughes on his left side, and then overall settled the entire defense. Now with Hamonic, you get a solid, kind of what Chris Tanev was last season or 2 seasons ago for Quinn Hughes. You get a solid stay-at-home guy. One thing you guys know that I like about Hamonic is he's got a heavy shot. He's able to get a shot through. He's able to hurt guys if they try and block it. But it's a heavy shot, and he doesn't have to have a massive wind-up, say like Edler, just a quick snapshot to the net. And I did like that. And Hamonic was rewarded with a couple goals near the end of the season. But more importantly than his offense, I think you can also count on him to play good hard minutes, block shots, kill penalties, and was a great defense partner for Quinn Hughes. So would Hamonic want to stay in Western Canada? Yes. Would he want to come back to the Vancouver Canucks? It sure sounds like it. And again, maybe the lure of this new Brad Shaw character would make Hamonic want to come back even more. So let's say you can sign Edler for $2 million, for instance. Let's say you can sign Hamonic for 1.5 to 1.8, or for maybe another 2 years too. So you get both of those guys for $3.5 to $4 million. That's pretty good. But then you say to yourself, how much better is the Canucks defense going to be this season if the only change really you're making the top 6 is either Rathbone or Juolevi for Jordy Ben? We know that for the majority of last season, the left side guys were Hughes, Edler, and Schmidt, or Ben, depending on who you wanted where. because both those guys can play both sides. And the right side was Myers, of course, and then let's do that again. On the left side, for the majority of the season, it was actually Hughes, Edler, and Juolevi. And on the right side, you had Schmidt, Edler, and Ben. Now, depending on what else would happen, you could bring in Schmidt could flip to the left side if you had to, and sometimes he did that. And then you could sometimes Rafferty had a couple games and Chatfield had a few games. But really, when you look at the games played, Hughes, Schmidt, Myers, and Edler all played over 50 games. Hamonic played between 35 and 40, and then Juolevi had a good 25 game stint in him as well. So that was without, that's not including Jordy Ben. So those were your big seven basically. So you basically take Jordy Ben out of the equation, and then you insert Jack Rathbone in. So if your top seven are Hughes, Rathbone, Edler, Juolevi on the left, Schmidt, Myers, and Hamonic on the right, are you better than last season? I think you are. I think Rathbone is going to truly be a breakout player this season. I think he's going to even be better than we saw at the end of this season, and I think he's going to turn a lot of heads. And I think, quite frankly, that Schmidt and Hamonic are going to have better seasons than last year. And I think Quinn Hughes will as well. Even if you say Edler, just stays the same. Even if you say Myers stays the same, I think you're upgrading from Ben to Rathbone. And I think Hughes, Schmidt, and Hamonic are all going to be better than last season. So that's my guess. And if you're better up front with a guy like Podkolzin and a healthy PD, then it's going to put less pressure on the defense as well. So overall, I'm actually okay with Alex Edler and Hamonic coming back, with Jack Rathbone being inserted in the lineup. I think they will be a stronger defensive team than they were last season. But I'd love to know what you think in the comments as well. Today's Saturday. That means tomorrow's Sunday. That means tomorrow is Ask Me Anything. So also in the comments, not only talk about this, what you think the Canucks defense should look at. Oh, by the way, I guess one thing I should say, there are a couple, $2.5, $3 million guys that will be UFAs on D. I think of a guy like Cody CC out of Pittsburgh. I think of a guy like Sammy Vatanen, who the Canucks were thought of to be kicking the tires on last offseason. So we're not going to have enough money to spend on a $4 or $5 million guy, but you're going to want to find those guys in the $2 to $3 million range, even if it's just to pick up one of them. So is that another option the Canucks could explore? Let me know what you think. Put a comment down below. And also in the comments, ask me a question for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything. I have a bit more time than how quickly I try and ram through questions in the live stream. So it can be about the Canucks, the playoffs, the NHL, whatever you want. It could be personal, whatever you want to ask. My predictions for the next round, which I will give tomorrow. Whatever you want to do, put it into the comments and just mark it AMA for Ask Me Anything. And I would love to get to it in tomorrow's vlog. I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Justin Credible, Nux fan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Jamie Sports Sakamore, and Shannon Hollingworth. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos or in the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. But I would love for you to leave a comment. Tell me about the Canucks defense for next year, and leave me a question for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.